What is this thing called self-love? In this video, I'm going to be demystifying self-love because we have so many questions about it. You know, how do you get it? How do you know if you have it? What does it feel like? And how do you nurture it? And when we ask these questions and we think we don't have the answers to them, it brings in a lot of self-doubt. And you think, I don't know how to feel self-love. What does it feel like? I don't know how to feel it. Maybe I'm wrong. And you just freak out because this is really scary. And there's a franticness to it. So I had a client who was doing a meditation, and it was invited during the meditation to feel self-love for himself, to touch his heart and feel self-love. And so he touched his heart and he didn't know what to feel. It's kind of like saying, feel a purple elephant. What does that feel like? It's just this abstract idea, right? If it's an abstract idea, what does that feel like? And so he, of course, it's black and white. He couldn't exactly know that he was right in how he felt. And he started to panic because he didn't know how to feel it and it was so hard. And what's so hard about it is that he got really upset and frantic and his mind went like galloping horses away. You know, like crazy spooked galloping horses frantically running, you know, and he's on there for the ride and he can't get off. Well, that has nothing to do with self-love, actually, and nothing to do with lacking self-love. That was just doubt coming up. And when we don't understand what self-love is, that could invite doubt. So the first question is, how do you get it? Well, you've always had it. Before you came and were born into this life as a little bitty baby, you were an amazing, beautiful spirit. You still are that amazing, beautiful spirit, but now you're living in this human body. And that spirit's still there, and that embodies love. If it's self-love or love for others or love for God or love for the universe, doesn't matter. It's just an embodiment of love, that spirit that's inside of all of us. And so we all have self-love. We don't have to get it or create it. It's already there. So you want to know how you know you have it. And this is one way I know that almost every single person in the whole world that I talk to has self-love. Because they all defend themselves. Even if they don't like themselves very much and they're really down on themselves and they have a lot of self-doubt and they have a lot of self-judgment, they tend to still defend themselves sometimes. Like when they feel judged by other people, or really when they're judging themselves, they defend themselves. And that defense lets me know that they're worthy deep down inside, that they know they're worthy of feeling better or being treated better. That's how I know. Yes, I know that there's some problems with being defensive, and that's for another video, but just the fact that you've been defensive at all means that you know that you're worthy deep down inside. So how do you feel it? That's the next question. How do you feel it? Self-love is just presence. It's just being in presence. So when you put your hand on your heart and you're supposed to feel love, it's just presence. It's really the absence of all that judgment that, oh, I don't do it right. Am I doing it right? I don't know how to feel it. I can't feel it. I can't feel it. It's just the absence of all that. So with this person in the session, I had him look at my lamp. And I asked him, just look at the vines and the leaf. Just follow the lines with your eyes and breathe. And I just had him do it for about 30 seconds. That's it. And I said, how was that? Was that easy? Was that okay? And he said, yeah, I could do that. I said, that's it. That's love. It's just going to that quiet place of just total presence and being in the absolute present moment. And that's when we could get in touch with our spirit. And that's where we could get in touch with our healing. So the fourth question is, how do I nurture it? And you nurture it with a whole bunch of different things, but mostly just having some compassion for yourself. Whatever you feel, you allow yourself to feel and have compassion and really understand why you feel the way you feel. And that validates you. That makes you feel valued and validated. And that's how self-love begins to grow. And we can nurture that in ourselves by having self-compassion. So really, what's that? It's the opposite of all that self-doubt and all that self-judgment. If we could only let that stuff go, our life would completely, totally change. And you can let it go. You can let it go by practicing letting it go. First, you have to feel you deserve it, and then you decide to let it go, and then you practice, because it's going to come back. Then you say, oh, yep, I knew you'd come back. That's okay. Sit down. I'm busy right now. So there you have it. Demystifying self-love. It's not this big mystery. It's just your breath. It's just the present moment. Below this video, let me know how you nurture self-love in your life. And then go ahead and watch my other videos on how to open your heart and love yourself. And in the meantime, let that you that you want to be shine through. Are you struggling with anxiety? Go to givefeartheboot.com for free videos and information about my online anxiety recovery program. Get better from the comfort of your own home.